All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Southern Broadcast Gaming Network. I am Richard Hurst, and always joining me in the booth is going to be Miss Amanda, and I do believe we have Mr. Mark Bristow with us tonight. Tonight we are going to be at Rockingham, North Carolina, here at Rockingham Speedway, and it looks like we're going to have 150 laps with one stage break, and that's going to be at lap 75. 4 sets of tires tonight, 65% fuel, and looks like we are underway with qualifying, so we are sorry about the little bit of delay. Had a few things to fix, but we'll switch over to split screen because during qualifying, because I actually registered for the race, but I am not racing, so you will probably see my name up there on the roster somewhere at some point in time. But while we are waiting for the qualifying to end, we'll go ahead and go ahead and have our national anthem. So please stand up, remove your hats, and place your hand over your heart, and I will be right back.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, and we are back, and it looks like we are getting all gridded up, and let's go through our qualifying lineup And there it is. It looks like Stephen Light is actually going to be on the pole with Sean Anderson sitting in a second. Looks like Perrin Huggins is going to be back, and he is going to be sitting in a third. Fourth is going to be Zach Merca. Fifth is going to be Mark Kincaid. Darren Bruce is going to come in sixth. Seventh is going to be Justin Shoup. Eighth is going to be that 08 of Cody B. Johnson. Ninth is going to be Mr. Curtis Ecker, qualifying in the top 10. Great job. And Matt Banky is going to be 10th in his number 35. Mark, Amanda?
11th will be Nathan Lafayette. Starting in 12th will be Lucas Reed. Oh, looks like they're moving just a little bit. 13th will be Christopher Alkire. 14th will be Zachary Margison. 15th will be Jeffrey Rudick. Starting in 16th is Miss Brianna Laurent. 17th is going to be Joel Munchel. 18th will be Colton Hopner. 19th will be Ryan Von Henschel. 20th will be Balin Powell. 21st will be Kyle Chafin. 22nd, Lyle Mitchell. And Zach Stevens in 23rd.
And Zach Stevens was not able to get gridded up in time, so he may go a lap down or just miss the start, but that's okay. Rockingham is a very, very tricky track, and we're going to see what these guys and girls can do here at Rockingham, North Carolina, as they did do a little updates to the aerodynamics. They got they took a little bit off the spoiler. And I think you have some other notes that they did with this package.
I do. So what they did, so not only did they take it down from a 4-inch to a 2-inch spoiler, they took the downforce off the front and rear of the car. So they literally cut the downforce on these cars in half in this first update after what they're calling the aero package.
So it should be a pretty interesting race, and they are off to green flag racing. Gotta get my tower out of the way. One of my towers out of the way. And Light has actually taken the lead very quick, very fast, and already out to a 0.3 of a second lead with Huggins right there in a second place. He started in third, and the yellow flag is out, and it looks like Zachary Marchison is going to bring out yellow flag already. All right, well, we will go side by side to see what kind of incident that did occur. And Miss Amanda, I do have your screen. Oh, wait a minute. I do not have your screen up, so hold on 1 second.
Oh, well, that's all right, because I was trying to figure out what was happening.
All right, there we go. We do have it.
Oh. So, yes, I was going backwards for a second there.
I've never watched a race in reverse. I've raced in reverse, but never watched it.
So it looks like he just broke loose and he hit the inside wall and decided after that to jump to the pitch real quick.
Well, while we are under our first caution, we did not get a chance to take a look at our points due to starting just a few minutes behind. But while we are under caution, we will take a look at those points and see how everybody's stacking up coming into this race. All right, looks like Hervatin is going to be on the top spot. He's going to have number one in points, with Darren Bruce right there behind him with 183 points. Mason Thompson, he is going to be sitting in third. Mark Kincaid is going to be sitting fourth. Joe Montreal is going to be sitting fifth. Cody Johnson going to be sitting sixth. Nathan Lafayette is going to be sitting seventh. Zachary Marchison is going to be starting eighth. Sean Anderson ninth. 10th is going to be Matt Banky. Why don't you take 11th through 20th, and then we'll let Mark call some names if he has the points.
So, sitting in 11th is going to be Lucas Reed. 12th is Curtis Ecker. 13th is Richard Mendonca. 14th is Chris Isaacs. 15th is Perrin Huggins. Sitting in 16th is going to be Trent Robinette. 17th will be Jeremy Scherer. Sitting in 18th is going to be Stephen Light. 19th will be Lyle Mitchell. And 20th is Mr. Jeffrey Rudick.
Mark, you got those points, or?
I do not have them up. Trying to look for them.
All right, so 21st will be Miss Brianna Laurent. 22nd will be Christopher Alkire. 23rd will be Zach Mecca. 24th, Damon Nagel. 25th, Colton Hoffner. 26th, Jack Nunmacher. 27th, Willie Evernham. 28th, David Simcox. Sitting in 29th will be James Manderud. Sitting in 30th will be Chase Greer. 31st, Cody Brown. 32nd, Justin Shoup. Sitting in 33rd, Mark Berry. And in 34th is going to be Corey Deal.
All right, I was going to send them to you, Mark, but she kind of beat me to the punch. Sorry about that. All right. Well, looks like they are going to get double filed this time by, or next time by. Um, Looks like Zach Stevens may have made it on track, maybe, possibly. No, he did not make it on track. So Zach Stevens was not able to make it to the race. I hate to see that. He is always a factor in these Cup cars. But Perrin Huggins, he was able to take over the second position. Zach Merca in third. And so far, the biggest mover is going to be our newcomer, and that's going to be in the 11. That is going to be Balin Powell. So we want to give him a big welcome in his number 11 Ford Mustang. All right. We see these guys see these guys and girls week in and week out. So, who y'all picking?
That's a good question, Richard.
Well, think about that while we are getting ready to go back green, and green flag is out, and it looks like we had a little bit of wheel spin from the 24, and that's going to be Zach Mecca, and he is going to lose that position to the 8 of Perrin Huggins. Perrin Huggins working that bottom line, and we got a car out of shape just a little bit. It looks like it's going to be maybe Sean Anderson right there in that number 13. Yes, it was. So he is going to be... he had to get it collected back together, but coming into turn number 1, it is pretty much, they look like they were almost 3 wide back there, passing through turn number 1, and got one in the wall. That's gonna be the 35. What a great job they are doing so far. Only one caution so far. We're going to go to our digger cam, and you see the lines that they are using. It is definitely... let me get off that cam. Come on. Get off of that camera.
But you said you wanted to go to that camera.
I wanted to go to that camera, but didn't want to stay on it for that long. But it looks like they are going to be pretty much nose to tail all the way back until the 43, and that's going to be Christopher Alkire. He is going to have Balin Powell, our newcomer, right to the inside, and the yellow flag is already out, and it looks like Jeffrey Rudick and Von Hetchel and Brianna Laurent.
I was gonna pick her too. So now I'm like.
Well, she does have a fast repair, so that's not out of the question.
I'm still gonna pick Brianna.
All right, well, let me know when you got that out. Yellow flag brought out. And our yellow flag is presented by Genesis Aviation, proud sponsor of the Old Glory Racing League Genesis Cup Series.
A little bit more. Oh, okay.
Got it?
Yep.
All right, we are side by side. As soon as your screen pops up, there it is.
All right. So we're gonna go a little bit slow. It looks like Brianna's having some difficulties with the new aerodynamics, possibly, because as you see, she slams the wall, rides the wall for a minute, and in her attempt to regain control, she is unable and dives down to the apron. It's in slow-mo, in case you're wondering.
Well, from that point of view, it looks like she was trying. It looks like Von Henschel did get into a little bit of trouble because he was very slow on the track, and it looks like she tried to go around him, and the car just broke loose on her and went towards the wall. As you see, she is coming up on, yeah, so he was already loose on the bottom, and she was trying to go to the
Yes.
outside, yeah, and that car just got
Well,
away
see,
from her.
and SDK didn't say anything about him. It just went straight to her.
So, so second caution of the night. We have 150 laps. We will see a stage break at lap 75, but right now we have 12 laps complete. All right, so you're going with Miss Brianna.
Brianna Laurent.
All
That's
right.
right.
Mark, what you thinking?
Well, in the spirit of my dad, sir, I'm going to have to go with the number 13 Coors Light Silver Bullet car of Sean Anderson.
Sean Anderson. All right, all right. Very good driver. Did a pretty darn good job. Make sure you got your trading paints loaded up,
Yes.
Mark. He might be in a different car, I believe. It looks like CMS Nations.
That is not a Coors Light car.
Then I am seeing the wrong. Let me reload everything.
The Coors Light car is going to be the number 9 of Justin Shute.
Yes, he is actually right.
Who is?
I said she is actually right.
I am saving that audio clip.
I know, I said he. I'm sorry. And that is the 91, actually. But so he has the 91 on his car, but he is the 09. So a little bit of number
I'm going to
issues.
need you to reload your paints because I'm looking at a 09 Coors Light.
I'm looking at a 91 Coolers Light. Control R. All right, let's try to reload them. Cars will go white for just 1 second. Sorry about that. 7 viewers out there in the chat. Let us know who you are banking on to win this race here tonight. The 99 looks pretty fast. Yeah, every time I load it up, it shows that 91. Looks like we are about to get ready to go back green flag racing, and there it is. Green flag is out, and that 99 gets a really good jump once again. Coming into turn number 1, they are going to be too wide for the third position. That's going to be Cody Brown, and I'm going to go with Darren Bruce. Darren Bruce has been doing a really good job, and he is fighting for that third position. Coming into turn number 3, coming out of turn number 3 into turn number 4. Let's see if they can hold it down. It looks like Darren Bruce is going to have a little bit of a run. He's going to get to the back bumper. Is he going to try for the inside in turn number 1? Yes, he is. He's going to dive it down low. And let's see the exit at turn number 2. Is he going to be able to get it? I'm not exactly sure if he was able to get it. And we have trouble on the backstretch once again. The car in the wall. It does stay green. It does stay green, but we will go back and take a look and see what that was. It looks like it was Jeffrey Rudick once again. And let's go back out and see how Darren Bruce was able to do. He was able to stay in fourth, but he could not get it away from Cody B. Johnson. Mark, what are you seeing out there? Tell me where you're at.
I'm still trying to get everything loaded back up, and because I want to see the correct numbers and logos. So.
No problem, no problem. Just let me know when you get all that loaded up, and we'll go to your driver's corner, your view, and see and let you call a little bit of this. Curtis Ecker, he is going to be down 4 positions. He fell back to 13th on that restart. Still not a bad position to be in. Still up in the top 15, but Balin Powell, right now he is going to be the biggest mover, the newcomer. He is going to be up 9 positions from where he started, and there is the yellow flag once again with Darren Bruce bringing it out. Bling. So we got two things that we want to go take a look at. And Miss Amanda, as soon as she gets that pulled up, we will take a look
All right,
at it.
I am trying to figure out what happened back here, Richard. It appears that the 43 broke loose and slammed into the inside wall,
All right.
but I'm not seeing anything else with that incident.
Isaac says the 99 for the win. And my pick, I just picked Darren Bruce, and he hit the wall, or he crashed. He brought out the caution. So while you are reviewing that, let's go back and see what happened to Darren Bruce. So we got two replays. One on the left is going to be the caution that came out, and the one on the right is going to be Miss Amanda's view to the chaos that happened on the backstretch. So we'll go ahead and play that. We are on the 27 car right there, going to the right side of your screen. Coming out of turn number 4. You can go ahead and play yours, Amanda.
All right.
We can watch it
So
all.
if you watch, he's just kind of going along, and it seems to be that everything is okay. And then I keep looking, and I'm expecting to see some sort of contact with another vehicle, something more than just he's broke loose.
So it looks like our caution was actually caused by the 9. 9 got a little bit loose coming out of turn number 4. Car broke loose. He went straight towards the wall, bounced off the wall, and the 27 had nowhere to go. But the pits are going to be busy as everybody's going to go in and get their cars repaired. And there is that contact, wham, right in the door. Sent him on a spin cycle just a little bit, and 27 was just an innocent bystander in all of that.
That he was, unfortunately.
All right, well, let's go back live, as it looks like the 2 is probably going to get a lap back. Quite a few cars are going to get their laps back, I believe. Lap 22, we're going to see 22 laps complete, and we are on our third caution of the evening. Cody B. Johnson did stay out, and he is going to be right now scored as the leader on this restart. Sean Anderson going to be shown in second. Justin Shoup, he is going to be shown in third. Matt Banky up to fourth. What a good job by that 35, even though it is due to pit cycles, but he is going to be starting on that outside in that second row. Lucas Reed. Lucas Reed comes out with some great paint schemes. I mean, it's a different one every week, and tonight he is Lego My Ego homestyle.
Those are my favorite.
Chris said 8, not 9. What?
What do you mean, 8, not 9?
I don't know.
Where did he say that?
On the YouTube channel.
Oh, I'm not there.
All right, looking to go back green. I thought I did say the 8. My bad. Or maybe that's what it was. Well, 13 is Sean Anderson was starting on the inside. Cody Johnson was starting on the outside. Coming into turn number 1, they are pretty much going to be spread out for 1 and 2. But 3 and 4, Shoup and Banky, they are going to be battling out as they make a little bit of contact. And another car is going to go to the wall. And that is going to be the 48 of... who is the 48? Colton.
No, I might be wrong.
It is Colton. Colton Hoffner.
Hopner. Yep.
Colton Hoffner did caution did not come out, and so Colton is very slow going on that backstretch, and he's got the leaders coming around, so he may go a lap down. He's already in the pits. Cody Johnson trying to extend his lead out. Oh, yeah. Gotcha, Chris. Cody did extend his lead out to about 0.4 of a second over Sean Anderson. Matt Banky up here. He is one of the controller drivers doing a really great job as somebody gets loose right there behind him. Coming down to turn number 3, he is riding in the 3rd position with Justin Shoup right there in 4th position. Lucas Reed up 7 spots from where he started this race, and the caution is out. Christopher Allgaier is going to bring out the caution.
Let's see what happened there.
So 4th caution of the night is gonna fly here at lap number 27. Right now, the biggest mover of the race is gonna be Joel Munchel.
You said Christopher Allgaier?
Yep,
Oh,
43.
never mind. Found it.
All right.
He smacked the inside wall. Hold on.
Well, let's go.
Let's go back.
Side by side.
Did we go over race notes already, Richard?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
150 laps, 3 sets of tires.
I have
65%
tires.
or 4 sets of tires, 65% fuel. Stage brake at lap 75.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So, did you catch all that?
I did catch a little bit of it.
We're going to change our view.
There we go.
Just a little bit. So it is not all the number 43's fault. We need to talk to these guys about drinking and driving. The beer cars are not safe.
Well, that wasn't the beer car's fault. He was. So if you notice, Christopher did get on the apron just a little bit. That left front did touch the apron, and he just, the car just got upset with that, and I think the two of Von Hanschel just had nowhere to go, and he got collected up in that. So, trying to make a move to the outside, and when that car is upset, when Christopher's car got upset, it just shot towards the wall, and that's how the two got involved. So, I can't blame that on the two. Another innocent bystander. Darren Bruce is back in the pits. Von Hanschel is back in the pits, and Colton is in the pits, probably getting some damage fixed on those race car.
So far in this race, Richard, we're seeing, I can't say a lot because it's not really a lot, but we are seeing quite a bit of the cars not having the control and stability that they had prior to this iRacing update. And with it having just come out yesterday, how much time do you think they were able to spend practicing prior to this race?
Well, with the new aerodynamics and stuff like that, probably not a lot. Everybody has a busy schedule with work and all. They may not have had time to put in the laps, after yesterday. So, they only had about 24 hours, due to the updates and everything, and to put in some laps. It's very, very difficult to do, trying to juggle personal and racing life. So I'm going to say not a lot, but some of these guys may be used to this car. Some may not be. But looks like this top 10, actually I'm going to say the top 15, they are pretty much putting on a pretty good show early on. It looks like a lot of stuff is happening towards the back. All right, Stephen Leitch was one of those cars that went into the pits,
Light.
last caution, And it looks like we are about to go back green, so I'm going to go back to TV1 camera. Here we go. So he looks like he was one of those cars that went in the pits. So we see him moving through the field, and there is the green flag. Looks like Cody Johnson did get a pretty good jump. Looks like the 35 did not get the best of a jump, so he's going to be loose coming out of. Oh, somebody else is loose. I think that's going to be Lucas Reed. And the 69 is going to be around. That's going to be Joel Munchell.
Egg was on the infield.
Dream come true right there.
Free Eggos for everyone.
Let's see what. Oh, snap. Okay, hold on. Let me go back. This was Lucas Reed and Joel Munchell. And it almost looks like synchronized swimming, but with cars.
That would be considered a tandem drift.
I can say it how I want to, Dagnabbit.
Yeah, I was going with her. I was just because they synchronized driving.
All
It's
right.
like synchronized swimming in a drift. All right, are we side by side?
Yeah, we're side by side.
All right, so watch this. It's beautiful.
Two hard hits. Looks like the 69 kept it on the wall as soon and passed the 10. And as soon as he passed the 10, the 10 got
Okay.
into the right rear.
They're both limping to the pits. So let's go back to the race. I love it when new cars pop up. I think the update has it moving a little slow.
All right, Cody Johnson still out front. Looks like Sean Anderson is still in second. Now Cody Johnson has been restarting on the outside lane. Looks like that's going to be the preferred lane to restart on. Justin Shoup doing a pretty good job holding on to third. Matt Bakey did get a little bit loose and coming out of turn number 2, and he lost the position. But here comes our former leader. That is going to be Stephen Light. He is going to be right there in 5th. So he came out from the back all the way back out to the front. It looks like Zach Mecca, he is going to be right there following in suit in the 6th position. Balin Powell. Now this might be a car worth picking, and that's going to be that 11 car. He is up 12 positions from where he started in this race. So that's a phenomenal job by this 11 car, being a newcomer, handling this new package with Curtis Ecker. Going to be right there in 8th. Curtis doing a pretty good job. He started in 9th. He's up to 8th. He's been hanging on to that top 10. Nathan Lafayette, you're going to be right there behind him, starting in 9th. Kyle Chafin, he is going to be he's going to be 11 positions up in that number 44, and I hope that's just his paint scheme for the night, because he has no decals on it. Mark Kincaid, he is going to be down 6 positions in number 54 Chevrolet Camaro, but he is always a factor in these races. Lau, I want to point out this. Lau Mitchell is up 11 spots from where he started. Perrin Huggins is working his way back up after his incident. And it looks like 14th is going to be Christopher Alkire. Christopher Alkire, right there where he started. He had a little bit of incident early on, but he is going to try to fight his way back. Pace car lights are off. And Brianna Laurent, she is up 1 position. Zachary Margison down 2 positions from where he started, but trying to make up some ground. A lot of racing left to go. Amanda? You want to call this restart? Or Mark? Somebody?
Oh, I guess it helps if I turn my headset back on.
Yes,
I
you're
muted myself for a second.
bad about that.
You know what? You leave my habit alone. Would you like me to leave it in when I talk to the kid?
No,
I'm kidding.
I'm just playing.
So we already have contact between 13 and the 35 going into turn 1. And Matt Banky is pulling away from the little group of crew they have here. Nicorette. The 24 of Zach Mecca is right there working on giving Matt a run for his money.
Yeah, I do have to say that is an awesome job by that 30. Oh, when the 24 gets a little bit of loose, and he's going to lose a little bit of ground, but he is going to have a little bit of steam coming into turn number 3, and it looks like Banky is going to hold on to second.
Look at him go.
And the 24 was rolling, but looks like Colton has crashed again.
The 35 left him behind.
So depending on the scoring, okay, the scoring was correct. Matt Banky was able to hold on to second just before the caution came out, but he's going to have his hands full because the 08 is going to take the outside lane, and Banky is going to have that inside with the 24 starting right behind him. So if they do not pit here, which pits will be open this time, if they don't pit here, and it looks like the 35 is going to dive it in and go get him some 4 fresh feel goods and top off that go-go juice. So he's going to have the freshest tires on the track with Darren Bruce going to pop in the pits also. But he was doing a pretty good job of holding on to the top 5. Well, while we are under caution, let's go and take a look at some of our Old Glory sponsors.
Are you a veteran or currently serving? Or perhaps you're a civilian that has a veteran in your life? We want to stack up with you. StackUp.org brings both veterans and civilians together through a shared love of gaming. StackUp serves not only active duty troops and veterans in the U.S., but also our allies throughout the world. We do this through 4 primary programs. Supply crates, giant boxes of the latest in games and gear sent to active duty troops and veterans to raise morale, build camaraderie, and help combat post-traumatic stress. Air assaults, where we fly deserving veterans to life-changing gaming and geek culture events. The Stacks, our local volunteer teams coming together to support military personnel around their community. And our Stop Squad, Stack Up suicide awareness and mental health support team. Our trained volunteers are on call 24/7 if you're looking to talk with someone about your problems. We're here to help. Please reach out to us through StackUp.org to find out how we can support you or the veteran in your life today.
That's about as long as, well, it might be a little bit longer than
Yeah. All right, we are about to go back green flag racing with Cody Johnson starting on that outside with Zach Mecca in that number 24, flaming through the the field, or flying through the field. And there is the green flag. Green flag is out. It looks like Stephen Light is going to be on that outside lane. Let's see how he can manage to get around that number 13. But Cody Johnson, he has Zach Mecca on the inside. Can they get around turn number 1? Zach Mecca was not able to get to Cody Johnson's door. As they come into turn number 3, he's going to look down low. Cody Johnson looking up high, and looks like he is going to keep Zach Mecca at bay. Now the 99, he has worked his way all the way back up to third. We saw him leading this race earlier on, and now he went into pits and got him some 4 fresh feel goods. He's got the newest tires out of the top. Him and the 24 have the newest tires out of the top 3. But I want to point something out, and that's going to be that number 11, up 15 spots from where he started. He's the new guy, and he is making a statement here at Rockingham Speedway. Sean Anderson has dropped. He was sitting in the 3rd position, and he is dropping like a rock all the way back to 6th now, trying to hold on as he has Justin Shoup looking at his back bumper, trying to get around that number 13. Curtis Eckert also riding around in the 8th spot. He has got Perrin Huggins. Perrin Huggins just nosed his way up to the 8th spot, and they are going to be battling side by side. And that position is either one's as... we got Zachary Marchison. He had an incident earlier, and he is right there watching those two battle it out in that number 88. And the yellow flag is out once again, and it looks like Matt Banky.
Go back and take a look. Let's see what happened. Oh.
Ooh. And that's
another one. I really can't help but wonder, Richard, how much the aerodynamic change of these cars is affecting the driving tonight.
It has to be changing a lot, especially. Well, I mean, it looks like the car is. They did work on the setup, and right after that update. Could have messed up the setup that they worked on just a little bit, and they're trying to work their way through it as they did not have a lot of time to practice with that shorter spoiler and everything. That's going to take a lot of downforce off the car, so you don't have that grip that you did. And Matt Banky gonna be he is in the pits, and he is out of his pit stall. I was trying to figure out what was going on there.
I mean, maybe he did like you did and just drove past his pit stall?
Possibly. And it looks like the 27 is in, getting a little bit more work done. It looks like the 74 of Jeffrey Rudick. He is going to be out there on the track trying to get some laps in. All right, we'll go back full screen, and I do believe we have a new sponsor for Southern Broadcast Gaming Network. Amanda, if you want to take that away while we are under caution.
That we do, Richard. Ulti Energy. Ulti Energy is a healthier, smarter, and more cost-effective way to boost your energy. Ulti contains the highest quality nootropics along with ingredients to complement caffeine, improve your mood and focus, all while preventing jitters or a crash. If you're tired of the questionable energy drinks, Ulti is made in an FDA-inspected facility put through rigorous testing that ends with cutting-edge, completely transparent formula backed by scientific research. There's no proprietary blends and no hidden ingredients. Ulti offers a great tasting formula created to pick up where other energy drinks leave off, and offers an alternative to those canned energy drinks. Add 1 scoop of Ulti to 12 to 16 ounces of water, shake, and enjoy your energy boost. Use code SBGN for 10% off your order.
Awesome. Glad to have Ulti aboard Southern Broadcast Gaming Network.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, I've tried one today, and it makes you feel a lot better than a Red Bull.
Yeah, I have not drank a Red Bull in a long time, and you know it. I just did not like the way it felt. The Monster Java is the only energy drink that I can really keep down a drink all day.
So we need to get with Ulti and see if they have a coffee flavor, so we can get you on that.
Yeah,
So
I need an
unfortunately,
alternative.
currently, Ulti only offers lemon drop and blue raspberry.
I like blue raspberry.
Oh, I'll tell you what, you should try the lemon.
Well, I'll definitely have to order one and see it, taste it, and see what I think about it. All right. Well, pace car lights are out, and we are about to go back green flag racing, and here they come with Cody B. Johnson on the start, and there he goes. Green flag is out, and they are going to be side by side. He got a really good jump off on the restart, and pretty much left Light behind. And Light has got a lot of drivers right there behind him that want that spot, and we got two drivers right now that are almost door touching, and they are. That's going to be the 11 and 24. They are going at it like it is the last lap, and they're going to lean on each other once again coming into turn number one. So the 11 wants it, 24 has it, and it's just a matter of who is going to get it or who is going to spin out, and the 88 is going to spin out. Wow.
Go back a little bit. So,
Well, eighth caution before the stage break. Well, we are a 33rd of the way there.
so you said the 8th caution of the night.
Yes, this is the eighth caution of the night.
I think it would be fair to say that we could most likely expect to see somewhere around 20 cautions in this race.
Okay. I'll go with that. Yeah. All right.
That's what we've got here.
Oh, he got a little bit of a bump from Mark Kincaid.
So he got a bump that sent him spinning into.
And something happened while we are under caution. He is off pace, and I'm gonna have to stop that and rewind it, find out what exactly happened there. So give me 1 second, folks, as we are rewinding, and it looks like everybody checked up. Looks like the 74 was checked up. Brianna checked up, and here comes the 88
again.
And he's just going to be around. Well.
That's 9.
No, it doesn't count. It doesn't count as a caution.
Yeah. We should start keeping track of how many wrecks there are. Spin out, count, wrecks. Have like different little tally things. How many spin outs? How many wrecks?
All right, looking at the lineup here, we're going to zoom in just a little bit. It looks like Cody Johnson is still going to have that top spot. They're going to be starting in third. And there is Balin Powell right there at fourth. That was an awesome battle between that 24 and 11. They were definitely leaning on each other's doors. And I want to point out that Perrin Huggins, he has made his way back up through the field after his spin. And he is sitting in fifth, with Sean Anderson sitting in sixth. So these drivers holding on and making some moves. Justin Shoup, he is going to be in that 09/91 on my screen. He is going to be sitting seventh, right there where he started. Kyle Chapin not doing a bad job, up 13 spots from where he started the race in eighth. Curtis Ecker in that SBGN number 19 Chevrolet Camaro. He is going to be riding in ninth, right there where he qualified. Nice looking car. That car was done by RacingPaints.com. So, if you could think it, Chris can make it. Definitely give him a shout out if you need for all your iRacing paint needs. Lucas Reed right back up in the top 10. He is going to be starting. He is up 2 positions. He did get into a little bit of an incident early on, but he's got that Lego My Ego home style waffles number 10 right back up in the top 10. So good job by him. Joe Munchel, he is doing a pretty darn good job himself. All right, well, we are looking to go back green flag racing. And how about Amanda? You want to throw up your driver view, and we'll go, we'll see what these drivers are seeing.
All right. Any particular driver you'd like to see, Richard?
Darren Bruce is in the pits. Let's go with anybody. It doesn't matter. I got Cody Johnson.
You know what? Where is this thing? There we go.
And green flag is out. Cody Johnson did get about a 0.2 of a second lead on Light. Light is going to probably bring his car right back up to the front as he is closing down that gap. But as you can see, it is pretty much a. Well, you can't see his rearview mirror. I'm sorry. Are you riding with Miss Brianna?
I am. I figured it's only fair. I picked her, so you know what? We'll ride with her.
Oh.
Ooh, and Zachary Martin crashed, which apparently led to Matt Banky, Christopher Alcar, and Mark Kincaid crashing. So let me take this back and see what happened.
Well, let's go full screen while you look that up.
Ooh, found it.
Mark Kincaid involved in that. Got it?
All right. Yep.
1 second.
Don't worry, we're going slow.
Oh, Mark Kincaid just smacked the barrels going into pits, trying to dive it in really quick. And that car basically just stopped dead.
You ready?
Yep. We are watching. And right there, the 88 was an innocent bystander. The 54 was an innocent bystander. And who is that right there? That is Matt Banky. Yeah, so he was an innocent bystander. And it looks like Matt may be stuck on the
So
apron transition.
It started with Zachary Martin when he broke loose. Then he decides, it's not a party for one. He's got to make it a party of 5. So Matt Banky, Christopher Alcar, Mark Kincaid, and Zachary Martin are all in the little cluster of dust here. Okay, back to my ride along.
Well, Mark Kincaid went a lap down due to that. And we'll go back full screen as Cody Johnson still doing a great job of holding on to the lead. With all these caution laps, and we'll see another caution here at lap 75. Sorry, folks, with this new package. I know we've seen a couple of viewers pop in and out. Sorry about all the cautions. It's not something that we can help. With the new update. Nobody really has a lot of practice with this new car. So if you built a setup for the old Aero package, it might not work with the new Aero package. So that's what these drivers may be having a problem with, as Rockingham is a pretty difficult track in itself. But they're trying the best they can, and the only thing we can do is just hang out and support them. What you think, Mark?
Honestly, I was thinking the same thing you were just saying about the new aero package. I'm thinking that's causing a lot of the loss of control and a lot of the wrecks.
Yeah, definitely so. And once I get out there racing, and I'm kind of glad I didn't race because I have no. I haven't even touched a cup car since last week. Been racing in the trucks, and so far it hasn't. The new updates haven't affected the truck because I've been doing pretty good in those. But yeah, so far I can't comment on the new aero package for these cars.
Well, it gives me something to look forward to when I finally get in on the wheel.
Well, pace car lights are out, and we will be going to green flag this time once again, with Cody Johnson going to lead them to the start-finish line. He has control of the restarts with that 99 right there on the inside. Cody Johnson loves that outside restart, and it looks like he did not get the best of a restart this time because that 99 is right there on his inside, and it looks like the 99 might be able to take it over coming out of turn number 2, but Cody Johnson going to fight right back on that outside, and he does have a little bit of momentum, and they are going to be pretty much side by side all the way back to pretty much 10th, and Cody Johnson holding on to that lead on that outside. It looks like Zach Mecca had a little bit of challenge from that 11. Balin Powell started in 4th and couldn't put up a challenge to that 24, but I think it takes this 11 a few laps to get really up to speed, and I think we will see a little bit of challenge coming up here in the next lap or so, as he is right there on the back bumper. And let's go to a nose cam and show you what he's looking at. There it is, that DuPont 24. He was right there at the back bumper, but he did fall back just about 0.2 of a second. Riding that high line, it looks like the high line is going to be the best line here, as he had a little bit of a challenge coming from the 8. Oh, somebody just wrecked on the backstretch. I can't see who that is. That is going to be Christopher Alkire. He got into a little bit of trouble, and here comes the leaders, and we have a battle for the lead. That's going to be Stephen Light right there on the inside. Couldn't get there. Cody Johnson has that middle lane pretty much locked in, and nobody can make the pass with him on that outside lane. So the best thing that Light can do is get him off of that high lane and use that momentum against the 08. Amanda, what are you seeing?
I am riding along in the back with Miss Brianna. She's kind of back here, just cruising along with a lot of these other drivers towards the back. They're more spread out. They're pacing themselves. They're probably also adjusting to these new changes with their cars, because I could only imagine it was like, and not to mention Brianna on a controller versus everybody else, on a wheel setup. That's got to be worlds different with the new update.
Yeah, it definitely, some of these tracks are not controller friendly. But speaking of another controller driver, we got Matt Banky. He is back here in 15th. He was up in the top 5 not too long ago. And we got a car spinning again. He's going to take out somebody. Oh, Matt Banky's involved. Car upside down. And we were on that.
Flying
wow.
car.
That was going to be Nathan Lafayette. Yep. He got the worst end of that, as we are going to back up because I was on full screen, and the 43, his car is really busted. He took a big hit in that right front.
So did you catch all that, or do you want me to run it back for you?
Oh, I caught it all. I can.
Oh, okay. It's funny. That was on my screen at the same time.
Oh, it was?
Glad we weren't side by side.
And I want to ride. I want to actually ride on in the cockpit with Matt Banky, and let's roll it.
What are you rolling? Oh, snap! I'm still backwards.
Oh, you know what? That was the other caution. My bad.
You know,
He was involved in a couple. This is the one we want. All right, now let's roll this
I
one.
got no words.
I had it on the last caution. There he is coming out of turn number 2. Here is the backstretch crash. And there is Nathan right there in front of him. He has nowhere to go, but he is going to go up and over and upside down. That was a crazy ride for Nathan Lafayette. All right, well, 10th caution of the night. Matt Banky fixing his car once again. Did make it out, so he might be on the lead lap. It looks like Darren Bruce is going to be back in the pits. He is 9 laps down, but he is hanging in there. Banky is going to be scored 1 lap down. I believe he is going to be the first car 1 lap down. Got Mark Kincaid. He's going to be on the lead lap. Yes, so Matt Banky is actually the first car 1 lap down. So if another caution does come out, which we probably will see that, about 95% sure of that, he'll get his lap back as long as he's not involved. Well, you want the good news or the bad news?
Ooh. Give me the bad news first.
We're going to have a caution in 4 laps.
Okay.
Stage break.
So what's the good news?
We're almost halfway there.
Oh. I don't see anything bad with either one of those things, sir.
No, I just had to think of something to say.
Oh.
He just loves the good news, bad news situation.
Yeah, exactly.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Lord.
Well, that great little battle that we saw between 24 and 11 is still not over yet, as the 11 is going to be starting right behind the 24 on this restart, as will be going back green. And I'm not exactly sure, but because it is so close to the stage break, I don't believe they're going to throw just another caution out. So this could be for the stage. I can't confirm that. Maybe if Chris is watching, he can confirm that. But I believe, with it being so close to the stage, we're not going to go 1 lap and, throw another caution. But it could play out to where they do throw that caution out for the stage break because the leaders have not pitted. That 08 has been out front for quite a while. And it looks like Stephen Light has actually taken the pit. Cody Johnson coming to the restart zone, and he is going to take the green flag. He is on that outside. It looks like we had a little bit of wheel spin from the 8, and we got a little bit of a blinker, and that's going to be Kyle Chafin. He is playing peekaboo with the camera as he blinks in and out. Now he's got it straight, but Cody Johnson. We got another car around. That's going to be the 11. Oh, my goodness.
The new guy is wrecking.
The 44 is going to be involved, and a lot of others. So the yellow flag is back flying.
I got a notification for Kyle Chafin. Crap. He is the 44.
Yes, he was definitely involved.
Oh, hold on. He was in a crash, yes, but he didn't start the crash.
No, so the 11 was on the inside coming out of turn number 2. He broke loose. Oop, wrong car.
I'm not sure where you are, but I'm on the Ego car.
I am on Balin Powell.
And he was up in the top 10, correct?
Yes. So he was the one that initiated that wreck. All right, let me back it up just a little bit because I got it on side. I don't have it on side by side.
Okay, because I've got, from what I saw, I didn't go too much further back.
So yeah, he got loose, smacked the wall, and that collected Lucas Reed, which He rear-ended the 11. The 11 collected the 44. The 44 had nowhere to go. He was all the way down to the inside. They were almost 4 wide, and it looks like the 54 may have caught a little bit more of that incident. Looks like Marchison got through it.
Well, then I will just let you do that then.
So yeah, that was a big incident. Now that is going to be our stage break. It looks like Light was able to go in a last pit stop, and he is going to cycle right back out to the front. Colton going to be making his way into the pits. Going to take. He got up to second for a second there. Now he's going to make it into the pits. Zach Mecca going to be taking over the third position. Mark Kincaid all the way up to second place. So that 54 is now coming into the picture. So pit stops were good to these couple of drivers last pit stop or last caution. Zach Mecca into 24. He is going to be starting in third on the restart. You got Sean Anderson still hanging out in that top 5. Now we seen the 11. He came from the back all the way up to the front. Now we could see this again. And look at Lyle Mitchell being the biggest mover of the race so far. He is up 13 positions, up in 10th. My buddy Curtis Ecker right there in the SBGN number 19. He is going to be right there in 11th. So he's still hanging out on to that top 15. We have seen him all the way up to the 5th position here tonight. Rockingham, tough track. I think the strategy here is just hang on to what you got for as long as you got, and hopefully it plays out, because somebody, no matter how much talent you got, is gonna possibly take themselves out.
I mean, and with the ladder car, less ability to hold it down. Yeah, I can see it.
What's that?
With all the changes,
Yeah.
you know, you don't have the downforce. So, yeah, I could see a couple more people taking themselves out. Can't rule them all out.
All right, getting ready to go back green, and Stephen Light has it, and there is the green flag, and this is the second time we're going to be able to see it, that 99 actually lead some laps. Let's see if he can get the most laps led, as we've seen that 08 lead a lot of laps, and looks like turn 2 is going to be okay for now, and looks like Sean Anderson, he is doing a really good job. He started in second. He's riding in second. Mark Kincaid is riding in third. He has got Zach Mecca all over the back bumper of that number 54, but he is holding on to third as of right now. Looks like Perrin Huggins, he is going to be working his way back up to the top 5. And 2x2, and that is going to be Cody Johnson, and then is going to be Joel Munchel in that number 69. We've seen him involved in a few things, but he is working his way up 10 spots from where he started. Zachary Margison right there battling with Justin Shoup. Oh, man, every time I say his last name, I think of a song. Oh, and we got a spin. That's going to be the 24 round. That's going to be another caution. And that is going to be, wow, that is going to be Zach Mecca getting his car spun. Don't know what happened there, but he is going to be slow moving, and we should see the caution fly.
Oh, he got a little tap from the number 8 of Perrin Huggins that sent him spinning around.
All right, well, we got to look at that side by side. Let's go side by side. Take a look at what happened. Because he was a big factor in this race, and hate to see that. And why the caution did not fly, not exactly sure.
It doesn't look like it was a major incident when you look at it. It's literally like a love tap. You spin out. I'm gonna keep going this way, and we'll call it a day. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Actually, you know what? Let's do it from this view.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened there. Looks like the 24 maybe came down just a little bit. Well, we got a car spinning on the backstretch, and I don't know who that is, but they are in trouble. Zach Mecca is bringing his ride down. I don't know who that was. Let's bring up the track map and see. And that may have been the 74 or the 44 that got in trouble. That could have been Kyle Chapin, or that could have been oh, there's the yellow flag right there. Matt Banky has brought out the yellow flag.
Matt Banky crashed. Are we still side by side?
Yes, we are.
All right.
Oh, my
Matt
goodness.
Banky lost control.
Excuse me.
So that is what happened there. And he did not go to the pit. So clearly there was not enough damage, or, you know, at least no major damage to have him go to the pits.
All right, while we are under caution, I am going to go see if I can track somebody down and let them talk about their race just a little bit. Well, you know what? Let's bring up our race leader and rev it up. Mr. Steven, this is Richard, Amanda, and Mark up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Man, you're out there leading this race. That car looks pretty darn fast. Man, tell us how you're feeling with this new aero package.
Not liking it too much. It's a lot of fun to drive, but definitely very difficult. We set these things up last week for the old package, not knowing there was going to be a change. So cars are a lot freer today than we expected them to be. So it's definitely taken a little bit of a learning curve here.
Well, absolutely. It looks like just a couple cautions ago you went into pits, and it worked out because you had a caution come out right after that, and it put you back in the lead. You had quite a few, you had quite a few good battles, with the 08 of Cody Johnson. Y'all were pretty much side by side, but you couldn't quite get around him. So is that high line or that middle line the dominant line here at Rockingham?
Well, I think it's a mixture of both. I think by yourself, not trying to pass, you're actually a little faster rolling center off on the bottom, carrying more speed, getting it rotated early. But Cody was doing a good job of just keeping his momentum up on the top, and I was getting really free on the bottom, trying to clear him. So it's gonna be tough to pass down there if the guys don't make a mistake. But we never really had a long enough run for the tires to really get hot and really skate around. I think if that would have been the case, then I probably could have eventually completed the pass. But regardless, it's going to be track position is going to be important here at the end. We're going to see how the fuel plays out here. If it keeps having cautions like we had the first stage, then hopefully we can try to make it on fuel. And if not, if we get a long run in there somewhere, we'll have to pit for our last set of tires.
Absolutely. Well, good luck in the rest of your race, and I'm glad we were able to catch you under one of these cautions. Let us know how that car was feeling.
And four, thanks.
Not a problem. All right, Stephen Light out there leading the race, doing a really good job. Had a caution come out and was able to go in and take some tires, and another caution came out and was able to take over the race once again. All right, we're going to go back to full screen racing. Twelfth caution of the night. Anderson still hanging out in the top five, pretty much right there where he started. Looks like that outside line is the best line to restart in, and We are about to go green in 2 turns. Mark, how you feeling, man?
Feeling pretty good. Just honestly looking back, and I'm trying to be quiet, still learning a little bit, but I'm watching these wrecks as you call them. I kind of rewind and watch into it.
Yeah, they can definitely be interesting, especially on the camera view that you're on. Learning how to, zoom in on it and trying to really figure out exactly what happened. Could be a learning curve. And looks like we are getting ready to go back green. Amanda, how about you take this?
All
I
right.
talk too
So
much.
the pit. You do talk too much. It's okay. The pit car is off, and 99 Stephen Light is taking off, leaving Sean Anderson and Perrin Huggins right behind him, battling for that second place position. And Perrin Huggins is going to make his way up to the second place position at this point.
Well, Mark Kincaid. What's up?
And Cody. We've got Mark Kincaid and Cody. You said you talk too much. Stop talking. We had Mark Kincaid and Cody Johnson side by side for a moment. They're battling it out for fifth position. Cody Johnson fell back. So a little bit further back, we have, looks like Joel Munchel next to, well, he was next to somebody else. Now he's back here next to Lyle Mitchell because he hit the apron.
Yeah, that 69 did get loose, and that allowed Lyle Mitchell to get right on by. And we got a car in the wall. That's going to be Curtis Ecker. Curtis Ecker was able to get it off it. He chastained it. I almost said a bad word, but he chastained it, and he was able to keep it together. But he is doing a really good job riding around in 8th. Colton right back up there on the lead lap. He's up 9 positions. Lyle is up there in the 11th, up 13 positions. He's fighting with Joe Munchel back and forth. That high line and the low line are working it. And there goes Joe Munchel. Once again, he loses control coming out of turn 2. So he's going to lose a lot of positions, almost collecting Nathan Lafayette. But they do keep it clean and do keep it green. And that 24 is starting to turn up the heat just a little bit. And he wants his laps back. He is 2 laps down with Banky, the first car 1 lap down. So caution does come out. He'll be the one to get the lucky dog. But looks like Light, he is going to be out 0.6 of a second out from Huggins. Huggins involved in a few incidents, but right back in the top 5. And Zachary Margison, we saw him involved in an incident also. He's up 10 positions in 3rd. So what a great job by the 88 team. Either one, take it.
You know, I'm sitting here watching. They're just really spreading themselves out. And Stephen Light is putting some distance between him and the current second place holder of Perrin Huggins, who has Zachary Margison not far behind him. He looks like he's going to take the outside line and try to make his way around Perrin at this point. Slightly further back, you've got the 13 of Sean Anderson. But at this, from where they're sitting right now, Sean Anderson has a gap to close before he can be any sort of threat to Zachary Margison and Perrin Huggins. Further back, we have like Mark Kincaid and Justin Shoup battling it out side by side. You've got Justin Shoup on the inside and Mark Kincaid on the outside, and they are battling back and forth for 6th position with
That is the 24 of Zach Mecca.
I was like, who is that? Because I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah. Oh my God, and further back, we have a 3-wide moment. Well, it was Lyle Mitchell, Joel Munchel, and Darren Bruce, actually. Another one of our lap down cars.
Curtis Ecker it looks like somebody got a really big shove, and that was going to be the 48 into the rear bumper of the 11. But Curtis Ecker has got that 11 all on the inside of his car. But Curtis Ecker doing a really good job of holding that outside. And they are going to lean on each other as they are coming into turn number 1 and out of turn number 2. Oh, it looks like somebody is going to tap the wall. And I believe that was Curtis Ecker. So he lost a little bit of speed on that. And the 11 was able to get by. You do have Darren Bruce right there in the mix. And he is going to be... a lap down car, but he is still out there running some laps, trying to make up some positions. But Lyle Mitchell is giving Curtis Ecker a run for his money on that inside. Not going to be able to get there coming out of turn number 2. But now we have some green flag laps with only 48 laps to go. These cars are really getting stretched out now. We're going to see what these cars can do on these longer runs. Joel Mitchell has Joe Munchell has Lyle Mitchell right there in his sights, and Lyle's going to be on the outside coming out of turn number 2. He gets a little bit sideways. There goes Joel Munchell down to the apron. He does keep it straight, but that 69 is really loose off the corners. Oh, Brianna said she had to back out, not feeling good. Oh, sorry to hear that, Brianna.
She did say, she and I were talking before the race, and she said she was not feeling the greatest and she may not make it through the entire race.
Well, Matt Banky was 2 laps down, or 1 lap down, and now he's going to go 2 laps down. He is bringing his car to the pits. Hopefully everything is okay with them. Was leading, was out here with the leaders, with the top 5, and got into a little bit of an incident, and hopefully able to continue his race. Sean Anderson still trying to make up some ground, but it looks like Light has stretched his lead out to about 1.75 seconds over Perrin Huggins. Perrin Huggins still has a little bit of leadway on Zachary Martinson, and that's going to be probably about 0.7 of a second in front of that number 88 of Zachary Martinson. He is doing a really good job, up 10 positions, riding around in third. We'll go through your lineup as of right now. We just talked about Zachary Martinson. Now we got Sean Anderson right there in 4th place. He started in 2nd. Now he's sitting in 4th. Cody Johnson, he's been out there leading some laps. But right now he is riding around in the 5th, up 3 spots from where he started. Justin Shute in his 09/91. He is riding around in 6th, up 1 position from where he started, but not a bad job hanging out in the top 10. Mark Kincaid, we saw him up in the top 5. Now he has dropped back to 7th with this green flag run. Who is going to save the tires? Who is going to save the fuel? Only time will tell, as we have 42 laps still to go. Balin Powell, we've seen him lean on the 24. We've seen him, fight up in that top 5, but he is up 11 positions. The biggest, one of the biggest moves of the race so far, riding around at 8th. And there's Mark Kincaid. We've already let him know he just dropped back to 7th. Curtis Ecker doing a pretty good job trying to stay up in the top 10 with Joel Munchell right there on his back bumper, trying to get that 19 to make a mistake, but he's not going to be able to get there, as the 69 has been really loose off the quarters, but he did hold it this time, and now he's going to challenge for that 9th position and take it over right there coming out of turn number 4. You want to take 11th?
We've got Colton Hoffner sitting 11th currently. Lyle Mitchell is in, Nathan Lafayette is now in 12th, and Lyle Mitchell is in 13th after that little side-by-side. Kyle Chafin is sitting back here in 14th. Jeffrey Rudick is in 15th. Zach Mecca is in 16th. Matt Banky is in 17th. Darren Bruce in 18th. Christopher Alkire sitting in 19th. Miss Brianna Laurent is out. Lucas Reed is in 21st. Ryan Von Henschel 22nd. 23rd. Zach Stevens.
And then there's me. Yay!
Well, 24 is a lucky number, and it's a good look for you. Got some Jeff Gordon going on, you know.
Yeah, the 76 car is currently invisible.
Yeah,
It's not invisible. I like to consider it camouflage.
I'm blending. I'm blending blending with my surroundings.
You know, I'm gonna send you guys the video where the girl's doing her makeup and she has to blend her nose so it doesn't look like she has nostrils.
End up looking like Voldemort at the end, or
No.
Well, we got a challenge for the third position, and it looks like Sean Anderson is going to crank up the heat in that number 13. He got a little bit loose coming out of turn 2, so he might have cranked it up to a little bit too much, but he was challenging for the third position, and that car got away from him just a little bit, so a little bit of distance got spread out between the 88 and the 13, but one person that's watching this roll out is the 08, and that's going to be Cody Johnson. Did a really good job on that high side, keeping the 99 at bay. But a lot of cars are getting ready to go one lap down. As you know, Jeffrey Rudick, he is going to be shown the first car one lap down, and is Lyle Mitchell that might be next. Now, Lyle Mitchell is just now coming into turn number 3, in the middle of turn number 3 and 4, and here comes the out of turn number 4, and there is the 99 just making his way around Christopher Alkire. And looks like Lyle Mitchell is going to try to Ross Chastain it also. Not going to work this time, but here comes that 99 right there in front of him, or right there behind him. So another car will be shown one lap down, and there is the view of Lyle Mitchell right there in front of 99. Hopefully nothing is slowing this 99 down. What do y'all think? You think we'll see another caution before it is all said and done with?
Well, you know, Richard, I did say that we were probably going to have around 20 cautions tonight. I'm just saying.
I didn't pipe in, but I was thinking 15.
That's what I was kind of thinking too. Well,
I
Zach,
prefer to go
I
big or
will-
go home.
Hey, and you could be closer than we are. I'm just thinking that the downforce that they took away a lot of the downforce with the spoilers. I think that's just causing a lot of uneasiness on the track. A lot more getting loose, and I just don't think they're used to it yet.
Well,
yeah,
they
But
also
once
took
they get used to it,
out-
I think they're gonna.
And I probably misheard it because I was listening to some of the iRacing stuff earlier. A lot of the people were talking about the entire aero package. They took out the downforce, the bars that cause the downforce in the front and rear of the car were gone, or they are gone.
Well,
So there's
yeah,
no
plus the
downforce
2
on the
inches of
car.
spoiler. Yeah.
yep. Well, Amanda, why don't you go to one of those driver reviews, and we will take a look and see how our drivers are making out with these tracks from their point of view.
Let's see. Who are you going with, Richard?
I am riding on board with Marchison.
So you know what? Let's go with Curtis Becker.
Good choice. That's a good choice.
He who shall not be named.
All right, we already got a couple of lookers to come down pit lane, and that is going to be Balin Powell and Mark Kincaid. So they're going to be bringing their cars down pit road. Hopefully the caution does not fly. So the 54 and 11 are in pit road, and they are going to go a lap down right now as the leader has already passed them by. Looks like we only got about 12 cars on the lead lap. Or excuse me, 10 cars on the lead lap.
I didn't want to correct you.
All right, 7.3 seconds. Stephen Light is flying around this track. He is now 7.3 seconds out in front of Huggins. Huggins is about I'd say 1.7 in front of Margerson. Margerson is right there fighting with Anderson for that position. And it looks like we have some more takers, and that is going to be Huggins and Anderson are going to be bringing their cars down pit road. So that's going to move Cody Johnson up to 4th position. And we'll go back to our full screen and give you a driver's view. Or give you a track view, not a driver's view.
We just had Perrin Huggins and Sean Anderson pit.
Our leader is pitting too. That's going to turn over. If Zachary Martinson stays out, he is going to take over the lead, and there he goes right on by. Now this is where Leach does not want to see a caution come out. So everybody with light. This is where things are. Oh my God! And it just came out, but he did stay on the lead lap, I believe.
Oh, looks like we just had a crash with Darren Bruce and Christopher Alkire.
Oh my goodness! So,
Let's see.
not what people wanted to see.
So Crystal Alkire is really struggling with the control of his car tonight.
Ooh, yes, he is.
Let me go side by side, and we'll take a look at it and see what happened.
All right, so I'm going to pause it here. I'm going to change. There we go.
Light is a lap down. You got Mitchell a lap down. You got Rudick a lap down. You got Powell a lap down. They are all going to have to take the wave around. And, you know, one car that is in the pits right now, that's going to be Cody Johnson, Curtis Ecker. They are all going to be on the lead lap. Everybody else is going to take their wave around. And let's see where all these cars come out at, because we know that 08 is going to be a very fast car, and he has led some laps. So let's see where he comes out. Comes out 4th. That is manageable. And let's see that. Ooh, yeah, Christopher's car just slid up just a little bit right into 27.
Yeah, and Brianna was saying in the chat that we're definitely going to see another caution because the car is loose. And she says it's also sad because, you know, prior to this update, their cars had a fantastic setup.
All right, so the 88 is got something going on. He is falling back. 21 laps to go here in the race. All right, so trying to figure out where our leader is. So Stephen Light is going to be restarting 10th. Very dangerous position considering he was out front. He is going to get his laps back. He's going to have to start at the tail end of the longest line. Let's see, Zach Mecca. How is he doing? Let's see. Zach Mecca, if he can get around Rudick and Kincaid, he could be the lucky dog if the caution does fly again. So far, we're at caution number 13 with 20 laps to go. He is going to dive in the pits. He is still going to be only shown one lap down, so could this be his chance to get back on the lead lap? Hopefully, he still has a set of tires, because if he does get the lucky dog, he can go in, get a set of tires, and be right back out. Justin Shoup leading this race, up 6 positions. Cody B. Johnson in second, up 6 positions. Curtis Ecker is going to be starting in 4th, with Joe Munchel right there, up 14 positions, starting in 3rd. We got a lot of drivers right there that haven't led the race very much, and first time leading the race is going to be Justin Shoup, and he is gone. He is trying to make his way around Cody Johnson, but he is not going to do it. Cody Johnson was a little bit better on the high line. It looks like Cody Johnson is going to be able to make the pass as he takes over the lead. Joe Munchel is going to be fighting with Curtis Ecker on that outside. Is he going to be able to get there? Now, we've seen Joe Munchel be very loose coming out of turn number 2. Will that happen again? We shall see, but Curtis Ecker right there in 4th position. Kyle Chafin not doing a bad job himself in that 44. We saw him get into a few incidents as he makes his way around Zachary Marchson for the 5th position. Marchson trying to work his way back onto the inside, and then now he just disappeared. I don't know where he went. There he is. He came back again. That was very scary, because I know that Kyle Chapin did not know where that car was at.
The dangerous game of peekaboo.
Yes.
In iRacing. It's not fun and games, folks.
Well, it's good to see that 19 out front, in the top 5. He is needed a very good finish here, a very good finish, and this could be his night to get that good finish if he can hold on to it for 15 more laps. You got Zachary Marchson right there behind him. You got Colton. He is up 11 positions. You got Kyle Chafin up 15 positions. We got some really big movers, even though it was due to, pits and track position. There you see the 24 going a lap down. You got Stephen Light. He is trying to work his way around Colton, and he has a 44 in sight. That's going to be Kyle Chapin going to work that bottom lane coming in, through the tri-oval across the start finish line. He is at least going to have the 7th position, but does he have enough time to catch Cody B. Johnson, as he is about 3 seconds back from our leader? Trying to find the best battles, and Nathan Lafayette, he is up in the top 10. He is trying to get around Colton. Colton doing a pretty good job on that high side, and it looks like that. It looks like Nathan does not have all his damage fixed, so that could definitely. Oh my goodness, we have another yellow flag, and that's going to be Mark Kincaid and possibly Christopher Alkire.
Christopher Alkire
Bringing out the yellow. Let's take a look.
So, are we side by side?
Yes.
So, Christopher Alkire crashed just prior to the yellow flag, and Mark Kincaid crashed just after.
Mark Kincaid up in the wall. Oh, yeah, so Kincaid got into the wall, came down on the track. Christopher Alkire nowhere to go with 13 laps to go.
Let's see. And as you can see, Alkire still has that damage on the left side of his car, so that could potentially be causing him some issues. So where did he crash prior to that?
I think he was bumped earlier in the race.
But there wasn't a crash. I think SDK is having a whole moment. I don't blame it.
Oh, he didn't crash. Who are you talking about? Crash.
If you look, SDK said, I don't like this thing sometimes. It said Christopher Alkire crashed, yellow flag was thrown, Mark Kincaid crashed. But There's nothing before Mark Kincaid
Okay, so
hits
so
the wall and comes down.
listen. So Mark hits the wall, gets into the 43.
Hmm.
43 goes down. That's his crash. Mark Kincaid hits the wall after the yellow flag was thrown. So still two-car
Okay.
incident.
Yeah. So Kincaid caused the crash, but
Christopher Alkire was the first
Allkire was the
one.
reason for the yellow flag. Yes.
Yes. Well, I'll tell you one person that wanted to see that caution, and that is going to be Stephen Light. He wanted to see it because he was out front leading the race when the previous caution came out and trapped him a lap down. So, Cody Johnson is going to have probably 9 laps to go. Can he hold off all the others? He's going to start on that outside lane. He's been pretty good on that outside lane. He's got Justin Shoup. He's got Joe Munchel. He's got Curtis Acker. And he's got Zachary Margison. Now, those 3 cars may not be as fast as that 99. So I predict. Here's what I'm predicting. I think Stephen Light is going to have probably a pretty tough time, maybe getting around the 19 to 69, 88, and the 08 or the 09. With 9 laps to go, out of this top 6, who do you think has it?
Steven.
I'm going to say Cody. I think Cody is going to control the restart. He's got the outside line. I think Steven is maybe have a little bit of a hard time getting around these other cars, giving them room, because he is a very respectful driver. I'll definitely give him that. He will try to pass them as clean as possible. And here goes the base
He's
car.
also a very experienced driver, so I think he's got a good chance.
Absolutely, and there it is. There's the green flag, and the 08 did not get a good restart, and it looks like he stacked up the rest of the field behind him, and Curtis Acker has the 99 all over the back bumper, and he is holding up that 99. 99 is looking to go 3 wide, not going to be able to get there. We already got a crash. The 44 is around. That's going to be Chafin. Chafin is going to be around, and now, the 43 is around once again. Wow. Chafin is going to go around, and we were side by side, so if you want to rewind that and play it.
All right, let me change my angle. Are you ready?
Yep.
All righty.
Did he have help getting around? He's already loose. Oh, yeah, the 11 had nowhere to go. He has already broke loose. The 11 tried to dive it down low, just could not make it around. So that's unfortunate for the 44 or unfortunate for the 11, because he had
I
nowhere to
believe the
go.
43 was a victim as well.
Yeah, he tried to
somehow.
make he tried to go around it also. He went to the outside. He sees the smoke. Sees the car. Yeah, he tried to, and the 35 once again.
He did a great job with his evasive maneuver. However, he was still a casualty.
Yeah. Well, 8 viewers out there. We will have probably about 5 laps to go when we go back green. We appreciate y'all stopping by, spending your Wednesday evening with us, as we see, it looks like Lyle Mitchell is going to get his lap back. It's been a very interesting race. We've seen quite a few cautions, but it's been, pretty good indeed. A few different leaders. Now, Steven has made it up to 5th. Now he's got Perrin Huggins. Perrin Huggins has a fast car also. Can these two, there's a time limit on this race. Hopefully no more cautions, because they may not make it. Oh, is there a time limit? Well, let's see how much time we have left. Oh, I can't see it.
I did not know there was a time limit on this race.
I did not.
Well, it looks like the time limit, if I'm reading it correctly, it's unofficial. It says is 1 hour 55 minutes, and we're already at 1 hour 41 minutes. So we got 14 minutes to hit 6 laps.
Good analysis. Good analysis. All right, getting ready to go back green. Cody Johnson will be lining up on the outside once again. Now, I don't know if he was not in the correct gear on the last restart, but he did not get the best of restarts that last caution. So, we'll see how he does this time. There he is. 5 laps to go. We will actually get the green flag with 4 laps to go. You got Schuper lining up on the inside. You got Curtis Ecker up to 9th. I love seeing that number 19. I want to interview him, but he has that 99 right there behind him. That's a very fast Chevrolet. You see him back there warming up those tires, trying to get ready to go. So, can this be a Cody Johnson show? Justin Shoup, Joe Munchel, or a Curtis Ecker, or Stephen Light. And can't leave out Perrin Huggins. You know, a lot of good cars still left in this race. So, getting ready to go back green. Got the 11 out, got the 43 out, got the 54 out. Cody Johnson leading them to the restart, Geico restart zone. Here we go. Pace car is off, and they are green flag racing, and he definitely was on the ball this time as he got a really good jump, and 91 is going to go ahead and follow suit up to that high line. Looks like Curtis Ecker is going to be left battling with Perrin Huggins on that inside. Is he going to be able to make the pass? He does. He is going to be able to keep the position, but Perrin Huggins is going to fight right back on the outside. It looks like we already had trouble in the back. Somebody, I do believe, almost spun it, but Perrin Huggins, he is going to be working his way into the 4th position with Joe Munchel right there in front of him. Is Joe Munchel going to be able to take over the 2nd position? Oh, he gets the 91 loose, or the 09. There goes Perrin Huggins. Everybody is going to be crashing behind him. The big one. The 13 is going to be involved, and oh my goodness. And I believe Stephen was involved in that. Yes, he was.
Stephen Leitch was involved, yes.
So the 99 is going to have his first incident of the night. And look at Curtis Ecker with he came out second. He was we got to go back and look at that. Definitely got to go back and look at that.
Go.
And I got it already pulled up on the full screen.
All right.
So 69 trying to drive it in. Gets a little bit tight. He touches. He slides up the track. He gets on the back bumper of that 09. Just gets him sideways. And he tries. He gets a little bit loose himself. Joe Munchel gets it right back in the left rear, and there is Perrin Huggins. Perrin Huggins is going to be all up on top of Stephen Light's car. He was actually riding on top, and Joe Munchel gets another hit. He gets put on spin cycle. Actually, no, that was cyclone. The 13 gets put on spin cycle. Wow, so a lot of good cars involved in that, and here comes the 5. I believe he was able to get it slowed down, maybe. Yeah, he was able to actually make it around. Wow. What a... Well, this is going to be our first attempt at a green-white checkered. Now, do we have enough time? Mark, you said we had about... how many minutes?
Looks to me we've got a little over 9 minutes left. We're at 1:45:45 of a 1 hour and 55 minute race. and it looks like the green and white might have got bumped to 153 instead of 150.
And this is what, you know, Cody Johnson, you know, he is pretty much a new driver. This is what Curtis Acker needed. This is the momentum that he needs to take into next week. We know he's going to start on the inside. He's got Martinson. He is going to be starting in fourth. You got Colton in that 48. He is up 15 positions. He is going to be starting in third. You got Kyle Chafin right there. There is still a lot of good cars up in the top. We may see another caution. I do not know. But we're on 16. Amanda, we're getting close to that 20 mark.
Just saying. So I am reading that yes, the race is extended for the green and white checker.
All right. So we're going to have 3 laps. Pace car lights are off. Cody Johnson going to take the outside. That number 19, Southern Broadcast Gaming Network of Curtis, number 19 of Curtis Ecker. He is going to be starting on the inside. He's got Colton right there behind him. I do believe Curtis has a little bit better car than Colton, but that's a good job by some of these drivers. We don't see a lot of some of these drivers up here in the top. You got Nathan Lafayette. He is in 6th. So can he hold off that 99? Because he's back there on the track. He hasn't used that fast repair until now. You got quite a few other good cars. You got Justin. He's back there in 10th. So can they hold off these fast cars just for a little while? And some of these guys that haven't brought home a top 5 bring it home tonight. Let's see as the pace car is going to dive it off one more time. We're going to have 2 laps to go. Can we make it to the white flag before the checker, the white flag comes out and the green flag is out? And look at that jump that Cody Johnson got. And Curtis Ecker got a really good jump too. Also, he's going to take it up to the middle line. He is not going to have any challengers as of yet, as the 88 is going to try to ride that high line and get the momentum. The 88 is going to be loose, so he's going to take it down to the apron. Everybody's going to make an evasive maneuver. Here we come, 3 wide, coming through turn number 3 and 4. They do get it straightened out, but look at these 2 out front. That is going to be Cody Johnson. He took the white flag. White flag is out. Curtis Ecker in 2nd. Here comes Stephen Light. He is going to take over 3rd. He was involved in an incident, and he is going to take over 3rd. That's going to be an awesome move by him, especially where he started. But Cody Johnson going to take it into turn number 3 and out of turn number 4. This is going to be his race to win, with Curtis Ecker finishing in 2nd. Stephen Light finishing in 3rd. Zachary Martinson going to finish in 4th. What a great 2-lap battle that was, and congratulations to Curtis Ecker. Got him a top 5 here at Rockingham. He was kind of worried about this track. I know he was, but awesome job, my friend. Awesome job by all these drivers that were able to hang on to it. Got a little bit of chaos going on at with the 43 and the 09. Biggest mover of the race is going to be this man right here. That's going to be Mr. Kyle Chafin. He is going to be the biggest mover, so hopefully we will get to be able to talk to him about his race just a little bit. Takes a lot to move up that many positions. But there is our race winner, Mr. Cody Johnson. And he is going to burn it down. Curtis Ecker still out there on the track. He's getting his photos. He deserved it. He definitely worked his butt off. Another big mover of the race is going to be Colton. Colton, he was a pretty big mover also, up 13 spots. He was able to hang on to it. Lyle Mitchell up 13 spots. Can you believe it?
Lyle is a very enthusiastic racer, so I could definitely believe it.
Jeffrey Rudick still out there on the track. You know, he just missed a top 10, but that's still a pretty good job by that number 74. We don't talk about him a lot, but he does make a silent statement here in Old Glory Genesis Cup Series. All right, well, let's take a look at our finishing order, and then we will track down our drivers.
I will let you guys take care of the finishing order, and I will go hunt down our winners of the night.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, well, Cody Johnson is going to bring home the win here at Rockingham Speedway. Second place is going to go to Mr. Curtis Ecker. Curtis Ecker up 7 spots from where he finished. Stephen Light is going to finish out third. Zachary Martinson is going to finish out fourth. Colton going to finish out fifth. Kyle Chapin going to finish out sixth. Sean Anderson going to finish out seventh. Eighth is going to belong to Nathan Lafayette. Ninth is going to go to Joel Munchell. 10th is going to be Mr. Lyle Mitchell. He is going to be up in 13 positions from where he started. 11th is going to be Mr. Jeffrey Rudick. Justin Shoup, he is going to bring home a 12th place finish. Zach Merca is going to bring home 13th.
Zach Mecca.
Oh, Mecca. Sorry. It's been a long day. But, all right, Mark, go ahead with the rest of it.
All right, 14th, we've got Mr. Perrin Huggins. 15th, we've got Matt Banky. He actually did a good job tonight. Number 16th, we've got the newcomer, Balin Powell. Number 17th, we've got Mark Kincaid. 18th, we've got Christopher Alkire. 19th, we've got Darren Bruce. 20th, we've got Miss Brianna Laurent. And 21st, we've got Lucas Reed. And 22nd, we've got Ryan Von Hinchel.
And 23rd, we're going to say is going to be Zach Stevens because he didn't load in, but he was there.
All right. And 23rd, we have Zach Stevens, just to correct myself.
Lyle, the biggest mover actually was Kyle Chapin. He was the biggest mover.
Chapin.
What?
Kyle Chapin, and I couldn't find him in Discord, but I do have your first, second, and third place winners in the waiting room whenever you're ready.
All right. Well, I am just about ready. All right. Bring up Mr. Light.
All right. There you go.
Steven, this is Richard, Amanda, and Mark in the booth. You got a copy.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Man, you've had a very fast ride, but a late incident pretty much cost you the win. You pretty much had it locked down. Then an incident happened, and then you got into a little bit of an incident. Man, talk to us about your race.
Yeah, I had a really fast city Chevrolet there. Just we finally had a long run there at the end in that third stage, and I started deciding what I wanted to do on strategy, and decided to split the stage in half. I was already about 5 stalls from my pit box when the caution come out, and I had such a lead that I knew there was no way I was going to get lapped even with the caution being out. So, because I knew everybody was going to slow down a little bit, and so I went ahead and took the tires, came off pit road, and for some reason, iRacing scored me a lap down and ended up putting me in the back, even though I should have got shuffled back to the lead there. So, but that happens on iRacing sometimes.
Yeah, but you worked your way up through the field. You had quite a few cars, in front of you that you were trying to get back to, and then incident happened. Your first incident of the night. Luckily, you never had to use that fast repair until then. But man, we saw you go 3 wide like it was nothing on that last restart. Man, what a great job! I knew if you had a few more laps, you may have been able to catch Curtis and maybe bring home a second place because Cody Johnson, he had those restarts down pat.
Yeah, just having the lead here for restarts is such an advantage because no matter where you decide to take off, you always have quite a bit of a jump there, and you're always clear to the inside going through 1 and 2, and you can kind of work whatever lane you want to get good momentum down the backstretch. And unfortunately, like I said, I think we had like a half track lead there when I decided to pit, and caution come out, and just iRacing glitched and didn't bring me back around like it should have. But it's all good. At least we knew we had a fast race car.
Absolutely, and I think somebody told me that you were actually being fitted for a race car today, and you were almost not sure if you were going to make the race tonight.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. It was kind of a last minute call, and luckily I was able to get home in time and jumped on there with about 20 minutes of practice left, I believe it was, and that's when we found out that the cars had all changed and our setup wasn't what it was supposed to be, and guess it kind of started the night off like it ended. Kind of crazy.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on getting the fitted for the race car and third place finish, and you know what comes with those podium finishes, and you get all the
Yeah,
shout outs
so
you
it's
want.
still a good finish for White Line Racing, and had to restart eighth there, and was able to get 5 spots in one lap. And I was hoping maybe with all the cautions they've been having left and right, maybe we get one more there, and I could start third and have a shot to at least get to Cody's bumper, but just didn't work out.
Absolutely. Well, great race here tonight, and we can't wait to see what you got for us next week, as we are going to be. You're going to be in the trucks, and you're going to be in the next gens next week. So, trucks, we're going to be. Good lord. Oh, we're going to be right back here in the trucks. So
Fun stuff.
that's going to be definitely some fun stuff. Get to see you right back in action here. Hopefully, not as many cautions, and we're going to be at Dover in the next gen. So, hope you're ready for all that, the Monster Mile and the Rock.
Yeah, looking forward to it, guys. See you there.
All right, thank you.
All
Well,
right. Are you ready for a second place finish, Mr. Curtis Ecker?
absolutely. Bring him on up.
All right. There you go.
Curtis. This is Richard Amanda Mark up in the booth. You got a copy.
Yeah, I got a copy.
Man, oh, let me turn you up just real quick. You're almost all the way up. Man, I know you got to be excited. You bringing home that second place finish. Now, Cody, he was definitely fast on the restarts, but you were able to still keep that second place. You had a lot of fast cars behind you. Man, talk to us a little bit about your race.
Uh, well, basically, I tried to, stay wherever I was at. Tried not to do a whole lot racing, and tried to just keep it clean, which actually turned out. I still had my fast repair to end the race, but I definitely, I think if I really wanted to go for, I could have at least gave a little more of a challenge at the end. I mean, I definitely don't think I could have gotten around them. Definitely the way everything was so slick and the cars are so free. But yeah, I definitely a second place was definitely much needed this season.
Absolutely, that they gave you definitely a momentum boost, especially after you've had your ups and downs throughout the season so far. But I think you are on an upward trend, my friend, especially with this finish here at a very tough track with a brand new aero package. So I'm hoping that your future is looking good.
Oh, I hope too, for
Well,
sure.
next week we're going to be bringing these cars to Dover, the Monster Mile. Um, how do you think you're feeling about that with this new aero package?
Well, Dover's always, the concrete track's always a little free, but I'm excited. I've always loved Dover, and I mean, I had a blast tonight. I love going around the track, having to saw that wheel and really work for it.
Absolutely. Well, you definitely had a lot of hard work in front of you, and now you can put all that hard work behind you because you finished on the podium. And guess what? You get to visit this track next week once again in the trucks.
Yeah, hopefully same outcome.
I hope so too, my friend. But man, it is your time. You earned it. You get all the shout outs that you want to give, my friend.
Well, thanks to you guys over here at Southern Broadcast, definitely. I mean, of course, you can see it all over my truck. And everybody that helps put on Old Glory Racing.
Absolutely. Well said. Well, we'll let you go down and celebrate a little bit. Hope your family was able to tune in and watch you bring home that top three finish. Um, Great job tonight.
All right, thank you.
We'll talk to you guys later.
All right, Richard, are you ready for Mr. Johnson?
Absolutely. Bring him on up.
All right. There you go, sir.
Mr. Cody Johnson. This is Richard Amanda and Mark up in the booth. How you doing? You got a copy?
I'm good. You got me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, you are definitely you come in, a little later in the season, but still early, and you came in Old Glory and made a statement. Man, you're back on in the winner's circle. Man, tell us how you are feeling.
Pretty good. That was a shock. I've only made a few laps at Rockingham in an ARCA car. I've never been there in the next gen, so it was new. Kind of stayed patient throughout the race and tried to learn as much as I could. And I don't think I had anything for Steven. And maybe the top two. I think there were two or three that I don't know that I'd had anything for. But the way the pit stop was played out, it worked in my favor, and like I said, was able to capitalize and get a win.
So we haven't really talked to you very much, but you have a 4,300 I rating. Man, where does all that experience come from? Because you come out here, you make it just you and Steven both, and a couple other drivers, and you run in four wide too, and you know you all make it look so easy. Tell us a little bit about your experience. You got actual real race car experience behind you?
Uh, yes, sir. I raced late models for a little while on dirt. I've raced karts for quite a while. That's been probably 10, 12 years ago, though. So it's been a while, but I do have a little bit of experience. And then, I mean, playing the game, playing on console for quite a while, for probably 2 to 3 years prior to moving over to iRacing. But iRacing was a whole nother experience, and I'm still learning. I don't really know. Um, I don't know. I go to certain tracks and I really really struggle, and then I go to other tracks and it feels like it comes to me a little bit quicker. But I wasn't expecting this at Rockingham. I can assure you that. This was kind of a shock to me.
Well, you definitely found the speed out of that '08 machine, and that middle line was definitely working for you. So, congratulations on that win. I appreciate you coming in here, talking with us, giving us a little bit of your background. Um, and, man, those shout outs are all yours whenever you're ready.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate it. Like I said, thank all the guys that I race with every week. Sean Anderson, Perry and Huggins, they were in the race with me tonight. Kyle, then we had Hefner, Rudick. I think we were missing one. Lucas, he usually races with us, but he wasn't here. But it's fun. We all run leagues together, and we exchange ideas and tips and pointers, and try to help each other out. And I think we had for the most part decent finishes tonight. But like I said, the Steven was going to be the one to beat, and I was trying my best to learn from him. But man, he was knocking down lap times right there in that long green run that we had, and I just wasn't even in the ballpark compared to what he was doing. So I still got a lot to learn, but I'll take the win and go from there. Like I said, appreciate you guys broadcasting every week. Like I said, we go back and watch them. It's fun. So appreciate all that y'all do.
Well, we definitely appreciate that. Well, definitely get ready for Dover, as we will be traveling to the Monster Mile next week here in the next gens. But well, we're going to let you go and celebrate with your teammates, and we will catch you next week. Hopefully, you will have another good run. We'll be able to talk to you once again. But congratulations once more.
All right, y'all. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.
You too.
All right, see you.
All right. Well, Rockingham has proven to be a very difficult track for some drivers with the new aero package. Not their fault at all. They didn't have a lot of time to practice, but they did put on a good show. When we were not under caution, they put on some side by side. They leaned on each other just a little bit. the the 24 and the 11, the newcomer, the 11 of Powell. He put on a pretty good show. He got into an incident and went further back in the field and then had to retire. But we saw a lot of good side by side battles throughout the race. Hopefully, we will be able to catch that once again at Dover. Maybe not the caution part, but a little bit of leaning on each other and racing each other hard. Great league, great driving. We saw the green flag runs once everybody started getting used to the car, and then new tires just threw a whole wrench in it. But congratulations to our top three and our biggest movers of the race, which will be
Kyle
Kyle
Chapin
Chapin.
was the biggest mover of the night,
Yep, Kyle Chapin.
and he's
What?
in the waiting room.
Oh, well, bring him up real quick.
All right, there you go.
Kyle Chapin, you got a copy.
Yes.
Well, we just wanted to bring you up and tell you congratulations on being the biggest mover. Man, you started in the back and you worked your way up. That 44 car had a few struggles throughout the night, but you finished in 6th with up 15 positions. Man, we just had to bring you up and let you talk about your night just a little bit.
Well, hey, I really appreciate y'all, bringing me in here. Yeah, it was a challenge. It was a last minute sign in. Pretty hectic working life schedule like all of us have, I'm sure. Didn't get to really turn many laps and wrecked half of those, I think. But once settled in, and when we did get to run some green, was figuring out how to lean on the right rear a little bit. These cars are extremely loose. So just trying to pedal it, and not overcharge it too much. I think I did a little bit of that in the beginning and finally calmed down and ran good. Once we settled in, that one long green run felt pretty good. I think I went a lap down. I mean, Steven was unbelievably fast, but car still felt good. And hell, I think we was running 8th or 9th at that point, and we had a crash. I can't remember who it was. Somebody got tied up and come across track, and I T-boned them, and that kind of altered the race. But then, it come full circle. So still trying to learn, here with iRacing. A little out of control at times, as I'm sure you see, but figuring it out and just glad to be here.
Hey, that's all of us. There is tracks that we're all still trying to figure out, especially with the car changes. Every once in a while. Yeah, we're glad you're here. Glad to see that 44. Moving up through the field. Hopefully, you can be a factor next week at Dover. I would love to see that 44 up on the podium, just like a lot of these other cars. But you did a really great job tonight.
I really appreciate that. Yeah, I do enjoy Dover. I'm sure many other people transferred over from console over the years. Spent a lot of time there. And Dover was always one of my favorites, but this is another ball game. I'm sure it's going to be loose as all get out. Real fast, I'm sure. Going to try to get maybe some extra seat time this week, and just look forward to getting back out there.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you joining us in the booth, and can't wait to see what you can do next week.
Hey, I very much appreciate y'all, and enjoy the broadcast. Watching back as much as I can, even if I can't race. I've been on for a few weeks, but really enjoy watching them back too. Y'all do a great job. Thank you.
Not a problem. Have a good night.
You do.
All right. Well, that concludes our interviews of the night. Congratulations to our biggest mover. Congratulations to our top three. A couple other big movers was Lyle Mitchell and Mr. Colton. They were up 13 positions, so they're pretty much tied. But that's going to be all for us tonight. Next week, we will be right back here on Tuesday night for the Truck Series. These guys will take on the Rock once again. And then we will be at Dover, the Monster Mile, in the Genesis Cup Series. So going to be interesting to see what kind of how these cars will react at that concrete track. A lot of guys love that track. Some are not so fond of it, but we'll see what they can do. Well, Miss Amanda and Mr. Mark, y'all got anything?
I don't, Richard.
No, I think that was a really good race, honestly. But I really don't have much else.
All right. Well, we will go ahead and close this out. We appreciate everybody that tuned in and spent their Wednesday evening. We know it's a little bit late, but we appreciate y'all spending your evening with us anyway. these drivers definitely do appreciate it. Once again, congratulations to our top 3 and our biggest mover of the race. We will see y'all next time, which will be Thursday night. Thursday night, we're going to have North American Stock Car. They are a newer league. Not a lot of cars, on the track, but they do make the street stocks look fun to drive, especially at tracks that we usually don't see them at. And then we will be back Sunday night for our 4-wide racing league, which a lot of these guys run over there. So definitely make sure you tune in and come support them over there in the ARCA series. A lot of fun watching those cars go round and round and round. And I believe we will be at Martinsville, so that would be definitely a race you don't want to miss. But on behalf of myself, Amanda, and Mark up here in the booth for Southern Broadcast Gaming Network, we hope y'all have a good night and a good rest of your work week, and we will catch y'all next time. Thank y'all, and God bless.